Hello everyone and welcome in. Today we are just kind of chilling and doing some work. I've been meaning to get back to the D&D spells because last time we spoke about D&D I made a character and I didn't do the spells. So I pulled my character sheet up and I pulled up the empty spell sheet and we're just gonna fill it in today. Also, when we finish the spells, I will do some writing, and maybe if I hit another writer's block, which seems to happen when I'm tired, or I finish writing an important part, and I'm like, oh, I'll come back to that. Maybe I'll do some mining in Captain's and I's server, but we'll see. So let's get talking about spells. This is the character sheet. You guys can now see the bigger version of it. This is... Where's the music? There's the music. I was like, what happened to the music? Okay, so this is the character sheet for my wonderful, wonderful Azamar. She is not very powerful, but she is very intelligent, to my knowledge. She knows 4 different languages. She knows some spells. She has 2 allies already from just her backstory. So Julie Klein, Warlock, currently level 1, Azamar, Sage, and I'm the player. I don't usually fill in alignments because whatever personality the character takes on, that's what happens. I don't know it until I've at least played the character a little bit. Not very high armor class, but it's fine. Average speed. Current hit points 8. I'm gonna guess that's pretty much average. Or below average for a level 1 character. Like I said, very intelligent. Got high charisma, very low wisdom though. She hasn't been around long enough to be wise. She got sickle, sling, and dagger, slash, bludgeoning, and piercing. Not very strong, but at least she has different ways of fighting. Say if something is resistant to piercing damage, she can bludgeon them with a sling. She has dark vision, celestial resistance, healing hands. She has connections to a researcher, aka Bobby, otherworldly patron, aka Crowley, and she has healing light. She knows common, celestial, infernal, and draconic. She is proficient in light armor and simple weapons. She got all this stuff. And 10 GP. I might make my own bank account set up for her, so it's just easier to keep track of money. That is what she is going on currently. We didn't do the personality traits, ideals, bonds, flaws, because we haven't gotten there yet. I don't know what inspiration is. I guess that's bardic inspiration. You just get it over time. Passive wisdom. I don't have that right now. If I remember correctly, Captain says that this character might be level 3, so we'll have to adjust once that happens. What is my spell cast? My spell casting class. It's Warlock, right? Warlock. Spell casting ability is Charisma. Charisma. I'm spelling charisma wrong. I don't know how to spell. Charisma. Which Charisma is a technical +2, I guess? Or is it +1? I think Captain helped me with that before. Spell save DC is 8 plus Pro plus C mod. So proficiency is +2 to 8, and I think my charisma modifier is 2. Captain will help with this later. At some point, I'm just like writing down my my notes. Spell attack modifier, spell attack bonus, same thing. Proficiency bonus plus charisma mod. See, mod. It's just without the 8. We know some cantrips already. I have my notes up. What is it? Bonus cantrips. We know light and sacred flame. Light and sacred flame. So we just have those. We know the light cantrip, yes. We have double light cantrip because Warlock and Azamar. Okay, Captain might tell me more, but those are what we have currently. As a level 1 Warlock, we have proficiency bonus +2, otherworldly patron, and pack magic. What is pack magic? What is that? Pack magic. Your arcane research and magic bestowed on you by your Patreon has given you felicity with spells. See Chapter 10 for general rules on spellcasting, Chapter 11 for Warlock spell list. Cantrips. You know 2 cantrips of your choice from Warlock spell lists. Okay, I need to write this down. I'm gonna forget. Where's my notebook? I have random index cards all throughout my office right now. Pack magic. So I know additional 2 more cantrips. Plus 2 cantrips. Of your choice from the Warlock spell list, you learn additional Warlock cantrips of your choice at higher levels, as shown in the cantrips known column. Okay. Spell slots. The Warlock table shows how many spell slots you have. The table also shows what the level of slots is. All your spell slots are at the same level. To cast one of your Warlock spells of first level or higher, you must expend a spell slot. You regain all expended spell slots when you have finished short or long rest. I get my spell slots back after short and long rest. I think Captain was telling me differently. Like, I don't get all my spell slots back if I don't have a long rest. Because I was talking how this character is based on supernatural hunters, and therefore she'll only like sleep 4 hours just to have story. Well, the other characters most likely will sleep the full 8 hours. So this works for me. Long rest. Spells known of first level and higher. At first level, you know 2 first level spells of your choice. 2 first level spells known column of the Warlock table shows when you learn more Warlock spells of your choice of first level and higher. Your spell you must choose of a level no higher than one is shown on the table slot level. What's spell casting focus? You can use arcane focus, see chapter 5, equipment, as spell casting focus for your warlock spells. So I get the focus too? Perhaps I have to discuss that with Captain. I'll write down a list of questions for Captain. So I know 2 additional cantrips from the cantrips I know. And I know 2 spells, but I have 1 spell slot, and the spell slot is first level. Okay. So slots total, I have 1 slot. None have been expended. I need to choose 2 spells. It's not letting me right there. And I need to choose 2 cantrips. Okay, I still need my book. Where is the spells? Chapter 11? Where's chapter 11? Is this it? This looks like druid spells. Is it just spells in general? What is this? Oh, here we go. So, there is quite a few cantrips. I think I chose one before, but I didn't choose the other one yet. There's Blade Ward, Chill Touch, Eldritch Blast, Friends, Mage Hand, Minor Illusion, Poison Spray, Prestidigitation, and True Strike. The one that I struggled with is the one that Captain recommended. But I, on the other hand, was like, Eldritch Blast. I kinda like. So what does Blade Ward do? I'm gonna reread them. Blade Ward. Takes 1 action, ranges self, opponent's visual, and... not visual. Vocal and sight, I think that's what those stand for. Vocal and sight. Duration 1 round. You extend your hand and trace a sigil of warding in the air. Until the end of your next turn, you have resistance against bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage dealt by weapon attacks, which is good. I'll write it down as an option because I'm mainly here for character than effectiveness. Apparently, the group I might be playing with is less experienced than I am, so this should be fun. I'm just doing this for fun. Chill Touch. Necromancy cantrip? Wait, what was Blade Ward? Abjuration cantrip. Ooh. I'm getting a feel for these. Casting time 1 action, range 120 feet. Vocal and sight. Duration 1 round. You create a ghostly skeletal hand in the space of a creature within range. Make a ranged spell attack against the creature to assail it with the chill of the grave. On hit, the target takes 1d8 necrotic damage and can't regain hit points until the start of your next turn. Until then, the hand clings to its target. If you hit an undead target, it also has disadvantage on attack rolls against you until the end of your next turn. This spell damage increases by 1d8. Okay, not super interested. Eldritch Blast. Let me check you guys can actually hear me. I have to check every once in a while. Okay. Eldritch Blast. I feel like I need some sort of spell that does damage. Because all of my spells so far... Does Sacred Flame do damage? I'll have to look it up. Because light just lights things up, and Blade Ward, if I do choose to do that, is literally warding against blades. It doesn't do damage. It helps protect me from damage. Eldritch Blast. Evocation cantrip. See, evocation sounds like what's the word? Enochian. It sounds like Enochian. Evocation, Enochian. Both start with E. It sounds like something more on my plane of field. Casting time 1 action, range 120 feet, vertical and sight, duration instantaneous. A beam of crackling energy streaks towards the creature within range, make a ranged spell attack against target. On hit, the target takes 1d10 force damage. That's nice. The spell creates more than one beam when you reach higher levels. See, it does damage. It's good. I need to like mark the ones that do damage. Because my weapons aren't super strong. So having some spells that do damage, it's nice. Friends. Where's friends? Friends. 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 Enchantment cantrip. Casting time 1 action, range self. Components. Sight and... I don't know what M means. A small amount of makeup applied to the face as this spell is cast. Okay, I don't know what that means. Concentration up to a minute. For the duration, you have advantage on all charisma checks directed at one creature of your choice that isn't hostile towards you. When the spell ends, the creature realizes that you use magic to influence its mood and becomes hostile towards you. The creature prone to violence might attack you. Other creatures might seek retribution in other ways, at DM's discretion, depending on the nature of your interaction with it. I'm hoping that I don't make enemies super easily. That's what my other character does. She is an annoying little... Mage Hand. I heard Captain using this spell all the time. Mage Hand. Conjuration cantrip. Casting time 1 action, range 30 feet, visual sight, 1 minute. Spectral floating hand appears at one point you choose within range. The hand lasts for a duration or until you dismiss it at an action. The hand vanishes if it is ever more than 30 feet away from you, or if you cast the spell again. You can use your action to control the hand. You can use the hand to manipulate an object. And not super interesting. Minor illusion. I think my other character had this because she liked messing with people. Minor illusion, illusion cantrip, casting time 1 action, range 30 feet. Components, sight and M must be from material, a bit of fleece. You create a sound or an image of an object within range that lasts for the duration. The illusion also ends if you dismiss it as an action or cast the spell again. Doesn't sound like something my character would do. Just saying. Let's see. Poison spray. Poison spray. Poison. Poison. Where is it? Should be on this page. Where is it? There it is. Conjuration cantrip. Casting time 1 action, range 10 feet, visual sight, instantaneous. You extend your hand towards a creature that you see within range, project a puff of something gas. I can't say that word. From your palm, the creature must succeed a constitution saving throw or take 1d12 poison damage. That's a lot of damage. I also don't see my character like sprouting out poison. Okay, where's the... Okay, here's the long one the captain liked. Transmutation cantrip. Action 1. Range 10 feet. Visual insight. Not visual insight. Vocal insight. There we go. Duration up to 1 hour. The spell is a minor magical trick that novice spellcasters use for practice. You create one of the following magical effects within range. You can create an instantaneous, harmless sensory effect, such as showers of sparks or puff of wind, faint musical notes, or an odd odor. You instantaneously light or snuff out a candle, a torch, or a small campfire. Instantaneously clean or soil an object no longer than 1 cubic foot. You chill, warm, or flavor up 1 cubic foot of non-living material for an hour. You make a color, a small mark, or a symbol appear on an object or a surface for 1 hour. You create a non-magical trinket or an illusionary image that you can fit in your hand and that lasts until the end of your next turn. If you cast this spell multiple times, you can have up to 3 of its non-instantaneous effects active at one time, and you can dismiss such an effect as an action. Okay. I see why Captain might like need to have that. It doesn't do any damage, but it's a good, like, show of power, I guess. I wonder if I can, like, use the illusion to make it appear like I have wings coming from my back. Show off the ASMR bit of myself. True Strike. What is True Strike? It's the last cantrip. I did want to look up Sacred Flame while I'm here. I know light is just lighting things up. Sacred Flame. Flame-like radiance descends on a creature that you can see within range. The target must succeed on a dexterity saving throw or take 1d8 radiant damage. So, Sacred Flame does damage. There's a whining dog at my door. The target gains no benefit from cover for this saving throw. Let me write that down as a note. Sacred Flame. 1d8. That way I know it does damage, and that's how much damage it takes. It'll be more as I level up. What was I looking up? True Strike. Holly... Okay, give me a minute. My dog is whining. Hi! Welcome in. You want to say hi? Come here. Where are you hiding? Come here. Oh, I'm a baby. You're a baby. Look at this baby. Thanks. Okay. Okay. Oh. I think she wanted to check on me, but also hide underneath my desk. Bye! She wanted to check on me. She wanted to make sure everything was okay. Okay, True Strike. Still trying to find it. We got True Seeing, True Resurrection, True Polymorph, Tree Stride. Where is True Strike? It must be really small. There it is. It is really small. Hi, Holly. She's right next to me. Divination Cantrip. Casting time 1 action, range 30 feet. Components, sight. Duration, concentration, up to 1 round. You extend your hand and point a finger at a target in range. Your magic grants you a brief insight into the target's defenses. On your next turn, you gain advantage on your first attack roll against the target, and provide that this spell hasn't ended. I kind of like that one. I kind of like that one. I want to... Wait. There's so many spells. Oh my god. How much damage does Eldritch Blast do again? 1d10. Force. Sacred Flame, that's radiant damage, I think. I'm checking everything. She was helping me! She was helping me! She was helping me! No, well, my door was closed, but she whined at it until I opened it, and then she was just laying by my feet. It is radiant damage. Alright, okay. So, I wanted to Blade Ward, wards against blades. Eldritch Blast does damage. Small tricks, I think, is the other one. Is like visual tricks. A very long one. Sparks, puffs of wind, faint musical notes, odd order, snuff out candle, clean or soil, chill, warm or flavor, make a mark or a symbol, a non-magical trinket. Okay. And I need 2 first level spells. I'm just writing out the ones I'm interested in first, and then I'll talk it over with Captain. Maybe not today, maybe on our own, to figure out which ones I want to go with. Plus, apparently I'll be leveling up to, level 3. Sooner or later, so having the spells I'm interested in written down, then I can just pick one from there. It's easier. I'm trying to find the Warlock page again. That's sorcerer. Warlock. The difference between level 1 and level 3. Cantrips are the same. I still have I have special abilities added on. I have Eldritch Invocations and Pack Boon. I will also know 2 more spells. Have 2 spell slots open to the second, and I will know 2 invocations, whatever invocations are. I don't know what invocations are. I'll probably have to get back to that. What are invocations? Eldritch Invocation. So that's okay. In your study of occult lore, you have unearthed Eldritch Invocations, fragments of forbidden language knowledge that imbued you with the biting magical ability. At second level, you gain 2 Eldritch Invocations of your choice. Your invocation options are detailed at the end of the class description. When you gain certain Warlock levels, you gain additional invocations of your choice, as shown in the invocations known column of the Warlock table. Okay, so that's Eldritch Invocations. Agonizing Blast, Armor of Shadows, Ascendant Step, Beast Speech, Beguiling Influence, Bewitching Whispers, Book of Ancient Secrets, Chains of Carcery, Devil's Sight, Dreadful Word, Eldritch Sight, Eldritch Spear, Eyes of Runekeeper, Fiendish Vigor, Life Drinker. Oh my god. Witch Sight, Whispers of the Grave. This is pretty cool. That's pretty cool. At let's see. There's a few that I can't do until higher level, but there is quite a few that I can get right away. That's pretty cool. So yes, level is quite a difference. I still need to choose 2 level 1 spells. I lost the spell list. No, I didn't. It's right here. Armor of Agathes. Agathes. Armor of Agathes. There we go. First level, Duration. Casting time 1 action, range self, vocal, sight, and material. Duration 1 hour. A protective magical force surrounds you, manifesting as a spectral frost that covers you and your gear. You gain 5 temporary hit points for the duration. If a creature hits you with a melee attack while you have these hit points, the creature takes 5 cold damage. I kind of like that. It's not overpower. It's more of like a defense thing. Armor of Agathe. Probably not saying that right. It's a frost shield. And then I broke my pencil. Arms of Hadar. Arms of Hadar. First level Conjuration. Casting time 1 action. Range self or 10-foot radius. Components, vocal and sight. Duration instantaneous. You invoke the power of Hadar, the Dark Hunger. Tendrils of dark energy erupt from you and batter all creatures within 10 feet of you. Each creature in that area must make a strength saving throw. On a fail save, the target takes 2d6 necrotic damage and can't take reactions until its next turn. On a successful save, the creature takes half damage but suffers no other effects. Okay, it's a dark spell. Charm Person. Charm Person. Charm Person, first level enchantment. Casting time 1 action, range 30 feet. Components vocal and sight. Duration 1 hour. Okay. You attempt to charm a humanoid you can see within range. It must make a wisdom saving throw and does so with an advantage if you and your companions are fighting it. If it fails the saving throw, it is charmed by you until the spell ends, or until you and your companions do anything harmful to it. The charmed creature regards you as friendly acquaintance. When the spell ends, the creature knows it was charmed by you. I kinda like that. It's not bad. Comprehend languages. I'm pretty sure I don't need that. I have 4 languages underneath my belt, but it doesn't hurt to check out what it is. Comprehend languages. Comprehend languages. First level divination ritual. It's a ritual. Casting time 1 action. Range self. Visual. Vocal, sight, and material. A pinch of soot and salt. Duration 1 hour. For the duration, you understand the literal meaning of any spoken language you hear. You also understand any written language that you see, but you must be touching the surface on which the words are written. It takes about 1 minute to read 1 page of text. This spell doesn't decode secret messages in text or a glyph, such as an arcane sigil. That isn't part of the written language. Which is, it might be useful. It might be. It's pretty self-explanatory. Expeditious retreat. I guess, is that like it teleports me out of the way a certain distance? Expeditious retreat, first level of transmutation, casting time 1 bonus action. It's a bonus action. Range self, components, vocal and sight, duration concentration up to 10 minutes. This spell allows you to move at an incredible pace when you cast the spell, and then as a bonus action on each of your turns until the spell ends, you can take the dash action. Interesting, something I probably wouldn't remember to use. Hellish Rebuke. Hellish Rebuke. First level invocation, casting time 1 reaction, which you take in response to being damaged by a creature within 60 feet of you that you can see. Range 60 feet. vocal and sight, instantaneous. You point your finger and the creature that damaged you is momentarily surrounded by hellish flames. The creature must take a dexterity saving throw. It takes 2d10 fire damage on a failed save, or half as much damage on a successful one. So that's like a pure damage one. What's Hex? It sounds like something I might like. What's Hex? Hex, there we go. First level enchantment, casting 1 bonus action. Range 90 feet, vocal, sight, and material, and petrified eyes. Eye of a newt. I probably don't have that. You place a curse on a creature that you can see within range until the spell ends. You deal an extra 1d6 necrotic damage to the target whenever you hit it with an attack. Also choose one ability. When you cast the spell, the target has disadvantage on ability checks made with the chosen ability. If the target drops to 0 hit points before the spell ends, you can use the bonus action as a subsequent turn of yours to curse a new creature. But I probably won't have a friggin' newt's eye. Illusion something script. Illusion script or something like that. Why is jump a spell? Sorry, but that just sounds like a weird spell. First level illusion ritual. As I said, it's like illusion spell. 1 minute casting time, range touch, components, sight, and material. A lead-based ink worth at least 10 golden points, which the spell consumes. I have a bottle of ink. Is that lead-based? You write on a parchment paper or some other suitable writing material and imbue it with a potent illusion that lasts for a duration. To you and any creatures you designate when you cast the spell, the writing appears normal, written in your hand, and conveys whatever meaning you intended when you wrote the text. To all others, the writing appears as if it was written in an unknown or magical script that is unintelligible. Alternating, you can cause the writing to appear to be an entirely different message written in a different hand and language, though the language must be one you know. Should the spell be dispelled, the original script and illusion both disappear. The creature with true sight can read the hidden message. So there is a way around that one, but it sounds like something my character might do. Like write down plans and then hand it to her teammates. If they're like captured and she wants to communicate with them without people knowing, she can do something like this. Duration 10 days. Yeah, exactly. If they're captured, that would be the way to go. What's a good like mini summary of the script? Hidden message. Hiding messages. I don't know. I think that's a good like summary of it. Let's see. Protection from evil and good. Protection from evil and good. That sounds good. That sounds good. That sounds like a good spell to have. And, you know, no. Where is it? Protection. 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 Protection from evil and good. First level up duration, casting time 1 action, range touch, components, vocal, sight, and material, holy water or powdered silver and iron, which the spell consumes. My character's a hunter. Of course, she's gonna have like holy water on her at some point. Concentration up to 10 minutes. Until the spell ends, one willing creature you touch is protected against certain types of creatures, aberrations, celestials, elementals, fays, fiends, and undead. The protection grants several benefits. Creatures of those types have disadvantage on attack rolls against the target. The target also can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed by them. If the target is already charmed, frightened, or possessed by such a creature, the target has advantage on any new saving throws against the relevant effect. It sounds good to have from my character. Protection. From evil and good. Wards target against creatures. The only problem is it means it also wards them against me. Because I'm technically a celestial, I guess. Hi, Holly. You're sitting on my foot again. Would I be considered celestial? I'm like half celestial. I don't know. Unseen Servant. I think I've seen Captain use this one before. Unseen Servant. First level, Conjuration Ritual. Casting time 1 action, range 60 feet. Vocal sight and material, a piece of string and a bit of wood. That's pretty easy to find. Duration 1 hour. This spell creates an invisible, mindless, shapeless force that performs simple tasks at your command until this spell ends. The servant springs into existence in an unoccupied space on the ground within range. It has AC 10, 1 hit point, and a strength of 2. And it can't attack. If it drops to 0 hit points, the spell ends. Once on each of your turns, as a bonus action, you can mentally command the servant to move up to 15 feet and interact with an object. The servant can perform simple tasks that a human servant can do, such as fetching things, cleaning, mending, folding clothes, lighting fires, serving food, and pouring wine. Once you have given the command, the servant performs the task to its best ability until it completes the task. Then waits for your next command. If you command the servant to perform a task that would move it more than 60 feet away from you, the spell ends. It's okay. Witch Bolt. Witch Bolt. That sounds like it does damage. So far, all the spells I like don't do damage. Like I said, my character is not strong, but she's intelligent. She's more of a healer now that I think about it. She wards people. She has the healing hands. Witch Bolt. First level invocation. Casting time 1 action, range 30 feet. The components: vocal sight and material. A twig from a tree that has been struck by lightning. That is very hard to find, to my knowledge. Concentration up to a minute. A beam of crackling blue energy lances out towards a creature within range, forming a sustaining arc, landing between you and the target. Make a ranged spell attack against that creature. On hit, the target takes 1d12 lightning damage, and on each of your turns for the duration, you can use your action to deal 1d12 lightning damage to the target automatically. The spell ends if you use your action to do anything else. The spell also ends if the target is ever outside of the spell range or if it has total cover from you. I don't like that one. I need to have like some sort of damage one in here. Witch Bolt. One D12 lightning damage. And maybe for the sake of possibly being level 3, maybe I should look at level 2 spells? Let me check. A third level. Yeah, I would know second level spells. So let's go through those. I'm running out of room on my index cards. Cloud of Daggers. First level 2 spell, Cloud of Daggers. That sounds powerful. Cloud of Daggers, second level, Conjuration, casting time 1 action, range 60 feet. Its vocal sight and material is Sliver of Glass. Concentration up to a minute. You fill the air with spinning daggers in a cube 5 feet on each side. Centering on a point you choose within range, a creature takes 4d4 slashing damage when it enters the spell's area for the first time on a turn, or starts its turn there. It's kind of strange. Crown of Madness. Interesting name. It sounds dangerous. Moving the mic closer. Hello. I look tired. Okay, Crown of Madness, right? That's what we're at. Crown of Madness, second level enchantment. Casting time 1 action, range 120 feet, vocal and sight, concentration up to a minute. One humanoid of your choice that you can see within range must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or become charmed by you. For the duration, while the target is charmed in this way, a twisted crown of jagged iron appears on its head, and a madness glows in its eyes. The charmed target must use its action before moving on each of its turns to make a melee attack against a creature other than itself that you mentally choose. The target can act normally on its turn if you choose no creature or if none are within its range. On your subsequent turn, you must use your action to maintain control over the target or the spell ends. Also, the target can make wisdom saving throws at the end of each of its turns. On success, the spell ends. I just like the charm person one. Darkness. It's the exact opposite of light. Darkness. Second level invocation. Casting time 1 action. Range 60. Components. Vocal and material. Bat fur and a drop of pinch of piece of coal. Concentration up to 10 minutes. Magical darkness spreads from a point you choose within range to fill a 15-foot radius sphere. For the duration, the darkness spreads around corners. A creature with dark vision can't see through the darkness, and non-magical light can't illuminate it. If the point you choose is on the object you are holding or the one that isn't being worn or carried, the darkness emanates from the object and moves with it, completely covering the source. Enthrall. What's enthrall? Enthrall. Enthrall. Second level enchantment, casting time 1 action, range 60 feet, vocal and sight, duration 1 minute. You weave a distraction string of words causing creatures of your choice that you can see within range and that can hear you make a wisdom saving throw. And a creature that can't be charmed succeeds on this saving throw automatically. And if you or your companions are fighting a creature, it has advantage on the save. On a fail save, the target has disadvantage on wisdom, perception checks made to perceive any creature other than you until the spell ends or until the target can no longer hear you. The spell ends if you are incapacitated or can no longer speak. So it's like distracting them with a performance. Capitan, 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 Capitan. I'm going through spells. Right now we're checking out second level spells because apparently if I'm level 3 I might have a second level spell. So I wanted to have my options written out. The ones that I'm interested in. Hold person. I think I've used this one before. Hold person. Hold person. Hold person. Hold person. Hold person. Second level enchantment. Casting time 1 action. Range 60 feet. Components. Vocal sight and material. A small straight piece of iron. Duration concentration up to 1 minute. Choose a humanoid that you can see within range. The target must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or be paralyzed for the duration. At the end of each of its turns, the target can make another wisdom saving throw. On success, the spell ends on the target. That sounds nice to like have someone held like a demon in a demon trap. Just holding a person. Hold person. Wisdom trap. I'm giving them summaries, and this one is wisdom trap. Invisibility. That's pretty self-explanatory. Second level illusion. Casting time 1 action. Range touch. Vocal sight and material. An eyelash encased in gum Arabic. I don't remember ever needing any materials to cast spells. I had questions, but now I can't remember the questions. So that's kind of up to you, Captain. Duration concentration up to 1 hour. A creature you touch becomes invisible until the spell ends. Anything the target is wearing or carrying is invisible as long as it's on the target's person. The spell ends for a target that attacks or casts a spell. Would I be able to cast that on myself? Or is it someone else? Either way, it might be a good thing to have. Mirror image. Mirror image. Mirror image. Mirror image. Second level illusion. Casting time 1 action. Range self. Vocal and sight. Duration 1 minute. 3 illusionary duplicates of yourself appear in space. Until the spell ends, the duplicates move with you and mimic your actions. Shifting position so it's impossible to track which image is real. You can use your action to dismiss the illusionary duplicates. Each time a creature targets you with an attack during the spell duration, roll a d20 to determine whether the attack instead targets one of your duplicates. If you have 3 duplicates, you must roll a 6 or higher to change the attack's target to a duplicate. With 2 duplicates, you must roll an 8 or higher. With 1 duplicate, you must roll a 11 or higher. A duplicate AC equals 10 plus your dexterity modifier. What is my dex mod? Okay, it's not bad. Not bad. When an attack hits a duplicate, the duplicate is destroyed. A duplicate can be destroyed only by an attack that hits it. It ignores all other damage and effects. The spell ends when all 3 duplicates are destroyed. A creature is unaffected by the spell if it can't see, if it relies on senses other than sight, such as blind sight, or if it can perceive illusions as false with true sight. It still sounds like a good ability to have duplicates. But how do I decide how many duplicates I'm making? Do I just like say it outright, or is it chosen for me? And the summary for this spell is Shadow Clones. Shadow Clone Jutsu.
I have literally just...
What?
I was setting up my food because I haven't eaten pretty much today.
Okay.
So, I'm going to start with the most recent question you asked, and then we'll work backwards. Mirror image automatically makes 3 duplicates of yourself.
Okay. So just over time, it might become less and less.
Yes.
Okay.
Basically, you make 3 duplicates, and if someone tries to attack you, they have to make an additional roll out. So they have to hit you. They have to roll to hit first, and then if it succeeds to hit, they have to roll an additional d20 to see if it hits you or one of your illusions. If it hits you, it does not break the illusions. If it hits an illusion, it breaks one of the illusions.
Okay.
It is a great second level spell.
I'm marking the spells that I like. Well, I have a list of spells that I like.
Okay.
And I'm marking the ones that actually do damage with a star.
Mm-hmm.
I must say, the fact that there's only 2 of them is kind of terrifying. Only 2 of them do damage. One's a cantrip and one's a first level. So at least I can like spread it out a bit. Next spell.
There is certainly more than that.
On my list of spells that I'm interested in, no.
I must know your cantrip list then. I have to know this.
There's like 5 on there. No, there's 4.
Okay, read them to me.
Blade Ward, Eldritch Blast, the Prestidigitation, and True Strike.
Yep. Okay,
Well, I also have Sacred Flame, but that's automatic. And like...
It's a dex save, actually, but...
Well, when I read it, it said 1d8 radiant damage.
Yes, but they still have to make a dex save against it.
Yeah, but still, if they fail...
Yeah, I know.
It does damage.
Exactly. So, okay, so... I'm not going to dissuade you from any of your choices, but I want to clarify something you may have misread.
What?
Specifically with Blade Ward and True Strike.
You want to hear my mini summaries from them?
Sure, I'd love to hear that.
Blade Ward. Wards against blades. Makes sense. It's put resistance pretty much against 3 different types of blades.
Yes. Physical, piercing, and slashing.
Yes.
Or sorry, piercing, slashing, and bludgeoning.
Yes. And you wanted to hear True Strike.
Yes, I want to hear your interpretation of this.
Insight to the defenses. So basically, you learn how like they're. I guess like it shows you their weaknesses, like what exactly they're weak to, whether it's like piercing, radiant, necrotic.
That is not how that works at all.
I thought that's what it said.
It just gives you advantage on the next attack you make. But because it's an action to cost, that's your whole turn casting the spell.
I'm rereading it then.
Yes, please do.
True Strike. Let's see. True Strike. You extend your hand and point a finger at the target in range. Your magic grants you a brief insight into the target's defenses. On your next turn, you gain advantage on your first attack roll against the target, provided that this spell hasn't ended.
Yes.
Okay.
So keep in mind, though,
Still pretty nice to have advantage.
there are again, that's why I said I'm not dissuading you from it, but I wanted you to be fully aware that's what it does.
I'm adding Misty Step to the list for a second level.
That's always a good one.
Because I've been reading all these out loud, and let me read it out loud.
Mm-hmm.
Second level, Conjuration, casting time 1 bonus action.
Mm-hmm.
Range Self, it's a vocal component. Duration instantaneous, briefly surrounded by silvery mist, you teleport up to 30 feet to an unoccupied space that you can see. Which is pretty nice to have as an ASMR.
Absolutely.
It's like flying.
It's a great spell.
Instead of writing 30 feet, I wrote 3 feet.
Oh no.
After Misty Step, we have Ray of Enfeeblement.
That's a good one. I love that spell.
Ray of Enfeeblement, second level Necromancy. Casting's time, 1 action, range 60 feet. Components is vocal and sight. Duration, concentration up to a minute. A black beam of enervating energy springs from your finger towards a creature within range. Make a ranged spell attack against target. On hit, the target deals only half damage with weapon attacks that use strength until the spell ends. At the end of each of the target's turns, it can make a Constitution saving throw against the spell. On success, the spell ends. Okay. Not really something I can see my character doing, though.
Okay.
Shatter. Shatter. Second level Invocation. Casting time 1 action, range 60 feet. Components, vocal, sight, and material. A chip of mica. Mica? What's
Yep.
mica?
So here's the other question that you had that I will answer. If you choose the options for like in character creation, there were options for a spell catalyst and a component pouch. Remember?
Oh, that reminds me.
Mm-hmm.
I have another. I have this thing I read in
Yes.
the Warlock section.
Yes.
Pack magic.
Yes.
Plus 2 cantrips.
Yep.
So I get to choose 2 more cantrips. Regain slots after short or long rest.
Yes.
I get 2
Yes.
first level spells since I'm level 1. And I get a spellcasting focus.
Okay, so yes, let me make that. Yes, so sorry. Let me make that clear. The 2 cantrips you get from that are the same 2 cantrips that are in the chart.
In the chart? What chart?
The chart on the previous page.
Previous page. The Warlock page?
Yes. There's a chart at the top. There's a thing that says cantrips known, spell slots, slot level.
Yes, I looked at it. It said I know 2 cantrips.
Yes. So the 2 that you're reading from the pack magic are those 2.
Yes, I made that connection.
Okay, so I want to make sure you weren't trying to pick 4 additional, two additional
No,
cantrips.
it's just 2 added on from Light and Sacred Flame.
Yes, absolutely.
That's what I was saying.
Yes, and so yes, all of your spell slots automatically refresh after taking a short rest. It is the most insanely powerful thing ever for being a warlock. Which is the reason why a lot of people like to take Hex.
I saw Hex and I wasn't impressed.
Really? Okay.
Well, I looked at like the material and I'm like, I'm not sure if I'll get the Eye of Newt.
So let me explain that again. So remember that spell catalyst that you also get?
The spellcasting focus?
Yes, that thing. Basically, as long as the object that is needed to cast the spell doesn't have a monetary value, that thing counts as the object permanently. So, for example, Eye of Newt.
There was one spell that I
That has
wrote
a-
down as I was interested in.
Mhm.
And I think it said like the thing it needed cost like 10 gold points. Gold something.
Okay, if you can find out what it is, I'll give the full explanation of like what the difference is.
It's a illusory script. It's like
Okay.
lead-based ink.
Yes, got it. Yes, so what you need for that spell. So the difference is any object needed for a spell. So let's say I have Newt, for example. Since it doesn't have a direct monetary value stated, you can just say, since I have this catalyst, I don't need that object, and it works. And that's
But
just how
since
that
it
works.
said that it's 10 gold,
Yes.
it's
You need 10 gold worth of lead-based paint.
lead-based ink.
Ink. Yes, which is quite easy to obtain.
Well, I also noticed that I have ink.
Yeah, exactly. That's the same. It's the same thing. So you just need 10 gold worth of ink.
You didn't answer my question. What's mica?
Oh, mica is a rock.
Okay, I was picturing like wood chips.
It's kind of like let me read you an exact definition of mica for you.
Sorry, I'm reading something real quick. I've been going back and forth with someone about one of the sim households that I made.
Also, what spell was this attached to, by the way?
The mica?
Yes.
Shatter.
Thank you. I'm making sure I was spelling it right. This shouldn't be hard to find, but here I am having trouble with it. Hi, Katie!
Sorry, I am not looking at chat right now.
I am.
I'm on YouTube replying to a comment.
Okay, that's fine.
Welcome in, Katie! That's probably the reason.
Oh.
No, there is a filter in the gallery.
Ah, got it. When you're done responding. How are you, Katie? I'm helping Nene with Warlock spells in D&D.
No, there's a filter in the gallery for lot sizes and prices, but that's all I know. I replied to comments.
Mm-hmm. So, Micah.
Hello.
Micah.
Hello, Katie. Sorry, I got distracted.
Yep. Mica are a group of silicate minerals whose outstanding physical characteristics is that individual mica crystals can easily be split into extremely thin elastic plates.
Okay.
They're a rock that can be cut very, very thinly. That's kind of what it is. It's a very simple object. That's what it is.
Back to what Shatter does.
Ah, yes. Continue.
Duration, instantaneous. A sudden loud ringing noise, painfully intense, oh my god. Erupts from the point of your choice within range. Each creature in a 12-foot radius sphere centered on that point must make a Constitution saving throw. A creature takes 3d8 thunder damage on a failsave, or half as much damage on a successful one. A creature made of inorganic material such as stone, crystal, or metal has disadvantage on the saving throw. A non-magical object that isn't being worn or carried also takes the damage if it is in the spell's area. Wow, okay. That's powerful. All I could think was angelic voice. You know how the angels talk in Supernatural?
Yes. It's
So
very much like that. It's a lot like that, actually. I've used Shatter before. It's a fun spell.
Am I spelling angel wrong? Because I read a story the other day, and every time someone said the word angel, they misspelled it and it said angle. Ooh! I cannot work out for an hour. I don't have the attention span. Half an hour I can do. An hour? No. Spider climb is the next spell. Spider climb, second level transmutation, casting time 1 action, range touch. Components is vocal, sight, and material. A drop of bitumen and a spider. Duration concentration up to 1 hour. Until the spell ends, one willing creature you touch gains the ability to move up, down, and across vertically. Wait, what? Until the spell ends, one willing creature you touch gains the ability to move up, down, and across vertical surfaces, and upside down along ceilings while leaving its hands free. The target also gains a climbing speed equal to its walking speed. That sounds useful for like sneaking. So I'll write that just because it's useful. Spider pig does whatever a spider pig does. Don't ask me why that came into my head.
I'm not going to, but I'm going to say that's pretty much what it is, yes.
Suggestion is the last spell on the list.
Oh, I love suggestion. It's so good.
And I'm like out of space on my index card.
Oh, no.
Suggestion. There it is. Second level enchantment, casting time 1 action, range 30 feet. Components, vocal and material, a snake's tongue, and either a bit of honeycomb or a drop of sweet oil. Duration, concentration up to 8 hours. You suggest a course of activities limited to sentence or two. The magical influence a creature you can see within range that can hear and understand you. Creatures that can't be charmed are immune to this effect. The suggestions must be worded in such a manner as to make the course of action sound reasonable. Asking the creature to stab itself, throw itself onto spirit, immolate itself, or do some other things obviously harmful acts and ends the spell. I like how they had to write down multiple things that you can't do with it because they know people would try.
Yes. That's literally the first thing that someone would try. If you can tell a person to jump out of a window from a 12-story building, that's the first thing players are going to do. It's like, well, my hands are clean. I didn't kill this person.
I do want to highlight the ones that obviously are related to my character. It's like, if you can get these first, because then it helps the character build.
I love that kind of stuff, yes.
I got a highlighter. Oh my god, I'm already forgetting what Eldritch Blast is. I feel like that's one of those ones.
Blast!
I feel like that's one of the ones I have to remember.
It is literally one of
like
your only
Angel.
damaging ones. Hmm?
Yeah, but it's also like, it reminds me of angels from Supernatural. So I'm like, I feel like I should remember that one.
It is a beam of literal force you are shooting at somebody.
Which makes sense.
And
especially
also
since I don't have an angel blade.
Yes, and even what's funnier, when you get to higher levels, it actually shoots additional beams.
I know. It's like the lightning when a archangel arrives.
Yeah, kind of.
Oh, this is one of the things I thought I would ask you.
Yes.
Prestidigitation.
Yes.
It said that I could make like illusions, right?
Yes.
Could I make the illusion of angel wings coming out of my back so I can like intimidate people or something?
Absolutely.
Yay! So that's definitely one to remember.
There is a reason why that is the most versatile and widely used spell in the entire game.
One of the things that I came up with True Strike. Could I like use my knowledge on I don't know what category would that be in, Arcana or something like that, or a history or something, to look at the creature in front of me and think, oh, I know the weaknesses because I fought this before. Like hunters fight creatures all the time, so I'm wondering if I would know like a weakness or two depending on what I roll.
If you want to, absolutely. I think it's an ingenious use of your skills.
Yeah, because it makes sense. I'm a hunter.
Yes.
I'd be like, well, werewolf is weak to silver, so I'll use silver.
Yes. Yeah, I will 100% let you do that.
Yay.
There are other classes that let you get that sort of thing, but they're unofficial content. So this is the way that like you actually do that stuff. Like you basically just ask, "Hey, can I do this because I am this?" And it's like, "Yes, absolutely. Go ahead."
I feel like a hunter would know what they're fighting.
Yeah.
Unless it's something completely new. I feel like hunters know how to charm people. Especially if they're like Dean. They use their charm to get info out of you. So maybe charm person will be a good one to have.
That's always a good spell, but keep in mind, this is the most important thing that people forget about that spell. If you use it on someone,
they know that you charmed them.
Yes.
Yes, I'm well aware of that.
Yes, they don't forget.
Comprehend languages also makes sense for like
That's
research purposes.
That was a very good spell, yes.
I like the illusory script because it lasts 10 days.
Yes.
And I was explaining to people that were watching. Say my team got captured. I can like trade notes and people won't understand it. So I feel like that might be useful. You have a lot of energy. Most of the time when I work out, it's in the morning. But then, because then after my workout, I'm full of energy. I feel more energy after workouts than before. Protection from evil and good. That sounds like something I would do. This like it's warding against creatures.
Yes.
Which I was questioning. It says it's warded against celestials. Do I count as celestial? Would I ward
what?
it?
Let me double check that.
Would I ward them against myself?
Let me double check the exact wording on Azamar because
I'm a celestial warlock. That's what
exactly. Because you might be, but because you're an Azamar, not because you're a celestial warlock.
I'm just like, would that count? Would that happen?
Let me double check for you real fast.
I'll look up the wording of the spell while you're looking that up.
Oh, I know the wording of the spell. I'm looking up the wording of Azamar here.
Protection from evil and good. Until the spell ends, one willing creature you touch is protected against certain types of creatures. Aberrations, celestials, elemental, fae, fiends, and undead.
Yes.
So is it warded against me? Because I'm a half celestial.
I'm double checking the exact wordage of Azamar.
I have to be sure.
I'm double checking that because you might be correct.
I might ward them against me.
Basically, all it does though is when someone tries to, if you were to try, let's say, attacking someone, you have disadvantage on the attack. Is inherently what it does.
Witch Bolt obviously is the same reasoning as Eldritch Blast. It's like lightning from the archangels.
But there are two giant distinctions.
Hmm?
First, Witch Bolt is concentration, so it's continuous.
Yes, I remember that. And one's actual lightning damage, while the other one is force damage.
Yes. I'm going through all my books real fast, trying to remember which one it is. Yep.
Hold person is like a demon trap, makes sense. Invisibility makes sense for an angel because the angels watch you with invisibility. I just broke my highlighter. Oh. I could do Shadow Clone Jutsu, but I don't see angels copying themselves. They just teleport around. So that's why Misty Step is more important when it comes to character build. I broke my highlighter and now it's not working properly. Shatter is angel voice, obviously. Spider climb, that just seems fun. And suggestion, that sounds like angels messing with your mind, which makes sense. So that does lower down the list a little bit. I want to throw away this highlighter, it's broken. But it does help me lower down to the 2 cantrips I want to get.
That's good.
Eldritch Blast and President. I'm never going to be able to say that right. I'm pretty sure I'm spelling that wrong. Nope. I got that right. Eldritch Blast. Every time I cast a spell, I always open up the page to that spell so I can like read it exactly, know what I'm doing. I always plan ahead of time so I sound smart. When I'm not. I'm not smart. Force damage. The other is Jason. It's a lot of eyes in one word. And it's just like for fun. That's why it's a cantrip. Yeah. It's for fun. The 2 level 1 spells that I know. Do I want Charm Person? Do I want Comprehend Languages? Do I want Illusionary Script? Do I want Protection from Evil and Good? And do I want Witch Bolt? I probably want Witch Bolt. It makes sense.
As all information describes, no, you are not considered a celestial. You are considered celestial touched.
Okay, so I got touched by an angel.
Yes, this is why an angel or some other being is guiding you.
Okay, I'm definitely having Witch Bolt. That way, I have more damage to me. It's my most damaging spell right now. Is Witch Bolt. But do I want Charm Person? Do I want Comprehend Languages? Do I want Illusionary Script? Or Protection from Evil and Good? I feel technically I don't need Comprehend Languages because I already know 4 languages. Which is pretty good. And if I ever need backup, I have Bobby. I don't feel like I need script right away because I don't think our group is getting captured right away.
No, your group should never be captured in this contest.
I feel like I don't need the protection from evil and good until I know what we're facing. So perhaps Charm Person would be good to get information.
Yeah, especially because you're trying. Because I've expressed this to you and a few others who have asked. This is kind of a game about learning and like getting information first.
Yeah, I said that I'm apparently one of the few most knowledgeable people in this game, so it's mainly just for fun.
Yes.
Spellcasting ability, that's the charisma.
Yes.
So that would be +2 for me.
If that is your charisma modifier,
it's +2 over 13.
Okay.
So that would be plus 2, right?
Yes, your
Because it would be
spellcasting.
15.
Yes, your spellcasting ability modifier is still plus 2.
My proficiency is plus 2.
Yes.
8 plus 2 plus charisma mod, that would be plus 2, so it would be 12.
Yep. That's your spell save DC.
And
At
then
level
proficiency and charisma mod 2 plus 2. So 4. I could only cast one level 1 spell at level 1, so that's fine.
That's fine.
Julie spells list. Julie spell list. So she's not super powerful, but she's at least knowledgeable. She's gonna be like the bookworm of the group, pretty much. Let's see. We have about half an hour left. Do we want to just like chill and do BuzzFeed? I like BuzzFeed quizzes.
That's up to you.
They're a good laugh. We could do trivia. You want to do trivia?
Trivia for what, though?
I don't know. I need to see what's trending.
Oh, dear.
Disney cat identification quiz.
No, I'm not going to be good at that.
You're not going to be good at identifying Disney cats?
No.
Mr. Cat Person?
There's a difference between me liking cats and me memorizing the name of every Disney cat there is.
First question, who's this? Cheshire Cat, the Checker Cat, the Chester Cat, the Checkered Cat, the Cheshire Cat, and Cheshire Cat.
Now, before you click anything, I want to see if you get it right for the spelling, because I know the correct answer.
I think it's this one with the S.
Well, you have to wait for like 5 seconds or so because it's a lag on my end to see. It is the third option, yes. Left bottom.
Yeah. Shire. It's spelled the same way as like the horse breed.
Yes.
Who are they? 3 kittens. The Aristocats, the Artist Cats, the Aristocrats, the Rich Cats.
Let's see if you get it right, because I know the answer.
The Aristocats.
Yes, the Aristocats. I was hoping they'd actually make you memorize their actual names.
Do you know who this is? Black Panther, Bagheera, Bagheera.
Oh, God. They actually want you to make it right. I know the answer.
I have no clue.
It is the third option, Bagheera.
Bagheera?
Bagheera.
Yeah, I had no clue.
Bagheera.
Who's this? I should know this one.
Oh.
Is it Diablo, Beelzebub, Devil, or Lucifer?
Let's see if you know this, because I know the answer.
It's Lucifer.
It's Lucifer! Because that's
remember...
literally... His design was the fact that he's meant to be the devil.
Well, I meant, like, in Kingdom Hearts, I remember the mice calling him Lucy. And then there's also Gabriel, who calls Lucifer Lucy in Supernatural. And it's just that little reference I love. Lucifer. Can you tell me who this is? I have no idea who that is. Colonel Tibbs, Master Tibbs, Lieutenant Tibbs, or Sergeant Tibbs? I don't even know what movie that is.
And it's, I believe it's Sergeant Tibbs, if I remember correctly.
Sergeant Tibbs? That is correct. Tibbs. What movie is that?
That is also the Aristocats.
Okay, I thought it was Black Beauty with the way it was drawn.
No.
Who is this? Pete, Steve, Cleve, or Jack?
Oh, I hope you get this right.
It's Pete!
Good. It's like I'm not giving you the answer this time.
Who is this?
Ah,
I know the answer.
so do I.
I just don't know how to pronounce it. I think it's Raja or something like that.
Raja.
Raja?
Raja. It's Raja.
Who is this? Mufasa, Scar, Simba, Sarabi.
You better get this one right.
It's Simba.
Good.
King Richard, Prince Richard, King John, Prince John.
I know you don't know the answer. I do.
Isn't it King Richard?
It is not King Richard.
King John.
It is Prince John. He actually
Prince
isn't.
John.
He is not crowned yet.
He has a crown though.
No, but he's still a prince.
Who is this? Stromboli, Figaro, Geppetto, Monstro.
I know the answer.
Is it Stromboli?
Nope, it is Figaro.
I knew it was one of those two because the other two are like the whale and the grandpa.
Yes.
We did it. The dainty cats.
Figaro. That was way too easy. They didn't even ask. They didn't even ask you for Shere Khan. The Sergeant Tibbs one was a good one, though. I will say that was probably the best question.
Ow! I stubbed my toe.
Oh no.
I've rounded up 52 of the worst movies from the past 20 years. Let's see how many your poor soul has actually sat through.
Oh god. You know what? That has my attention. I want to know.
How many movies I've seen?
How many I've had to subject myself to.
Check all of that you've seen. Furry Vengeance. Marmaduke. I think I've seen Marmaduke. Sex and the City 2 Last Airbender. I haven't seen it because it had such bad reviews. I just haven't seen it. Skyline, Bucky Larson, Jack and Jill, Big Mama Like Father Like Son, The
Never heard of
Roommate,
that.
Piranha 3D,
Piranha 3D.
Ghost Rider, Spirit of Vengeance.
Oh, that wasn't that bad.
I can't remember if I've seen it or not. Is that
That's the Nicolas Cage movie.
I think I've seen all of those.
There's two of them.
Battlefield
first one.
America, The Devil Inside, LOL, Inappropriate Comedy, Scary Movie 5, Movie 43, Vampires
Oh.
Suck, Hungover Games, Saving
Oh, dear.
Christmas, Left Behind, The Starving Games, Birdemic,
Birdemic, Shock and Terror. God.
Spy Kids 4, All Time in the World. I've seen that one.
That one's a bad one.
Human
too.
Centipede 3, Final Sequence, 50
Oh,
Shades
why
of
is there more
Black.
than one?
50 Shades of Black I have not seen. The Emoji Movie, I actually haven't seen that one.
God help.
Slenderman, Escape Plan 2, Hades, Holmes and Watson, The Open House, Cats, 50 Shades of Grey. I haven't seen 50 Shades of Grey. I've seen clips, but I haven't seen the whole movie. Condemned, 1,000 Words, The Ridiculous Six, Gotti, Norm of the North, Fantastic Four. Which one, though? The original one or the remake? Because the original one is... I watched it and it was good. But the remake... That's...
Wait, involving the Fantastic Four?
Yeah.
They're all bad.
I like the first one, though. I also like the fact that I think his name was Johnny, the flame guy,
Yes, Johnny Torch.
was Chris Evans.
Mm.
And I'm like, look how tiny he was before Captain America.
Yes, he was.
Which, by the way, fun fact, if it wasn't for Supernatural, Jensen Ackles was approached to be Captain America. And he was also approached to be Hawkeye. But he was
Interesting.
busy with Supernatural, so he said no.
Hmm.
I'll mark that because I've seen the first one. Batman vs Superman: Dawn of Justice. I saw clips of it. I didn't see the whole thing. Twilight Eclipse, Twilight Breaking Dawn 2, Grown Ups 2. I can't remember if I've seen that one. Gods of Egypt, Zoolander 2, Baywatch, The Mummy, Black Christmas, What Men Want, Charlie's Angels, Secret Obsession. I barely watched any. I got 4 out of 52. Lucky you. Lucky for you, you stuck to watching the good stuff this decade. I guess you got great instincts.
I think I had roughly the same as you, but slightly different ones.
Why is the music so quiet?
Why do I seem so quiet?
What? No, not you. The music.
Oh.
I'm not doing quizzes about history, and that's not gonna happen. Shut up, phone! No! Shut up. Just throw it in my desk. It's time to find out what kind of worm is your soulmate. I kind of want to do it because it sounds weird. I'm doing it. Time for breakfast. Choose some delicious soil.
Delicious egg.
I like this one. Now choose a cozy place to take a nap. I like the grass. Time to figure out what type of worm sparks your joy. What? Ew, no, don't like the legs. No. Sour gummy worms. I like sour gummy worms. None of the above. I prefer none. Pick a wormy adjective. Adaptable, slimy, little boyfriend. Slimy. Oregon's giant earthworm. It doesn't have legs, does it? Because if it does have legs, I can deal with it.
I don't think it has legs, no.
You're ambitious and like to reach for your dreams. You're like an Oregon giant earthworm who uses their extra long bodies, longest earthworm in North America, to reach their wormy dreams. You both will bond over your excellent taste in soil. Okay. I had to see.
I had to know what my companion worm was.
There was a blooper of Supernatural back in like season 4 when Cassiel was first introduced, in which they were filming a scene, I guess, outside at night in the middle of a field, and Misha found a worm, and Jensen and Jared's like, eat the worm, eat the worm, eat the worm. And Misha's like, no, I'm not gonna eat the worm. That's disgusting. I'm gonna wear it as a worm stash. And everyone cracked up laughing. It's good. Oh, this should be interesting. You'll only be able to name all of these 90s movies from a single screenshot if you're a Gen Xer through and through. I like to believe that I watch more 90s movies than I do current movies. So, let's see. Folks born between 1965 and 1980. I like how they had explained that. How many of these films can you identify from a single screenshot? What's the name of this movie? That Thing You Do, Empire Records, She's All That, Record Store.
I can't hear anything right now.
Why is that? Everything's working. Hello? Hello? The light's dead. I think Captain broke.
Minute.
Hi.
Everything just crashed on my end. Why everything just crashed? No idea.
The way this guy's looking at her makes me feel like it's this one. She's all that. No, it's called Empire Records.
Oh, would have never guessed.
How about this one? Poetic Justice singles, Boys in the Hood, Jerry Maguire.
I gotta wait because there is a giant lag in between. Hold on, sorry. Your stream is a whole minute behind me. I'm gonna reset real fast and see if it works a little bit better.
Okay, well, I'm gonna continue.
Yeah, I have no idea, so.
I'm thinking Poetic Justice. I'm wrong, it was Boys in the Hood. Okay. Do you recognize this film? My Boyfriend's Back, Dazed and Confused, Clerks, Confused Youth.
Well, I can tell you one thing for a fact. It's not Clerks.
Okay. I was thinking Dazed and Confused. Even though that doesn't sound like a title.
That is the title. That's actually one of the more famous movies.
I chose correctly. Which 90s flick is the screenshot from? Clueless, Beverly Hills High, Never Been Kissed, 10 Things I Hate About You.
No idea.
This looks like Beverly Hills High. Nope, it was Clueless. That was gonna be my other choice.
Well, at least you got a 50-50 out of that one then, based on what your intuition was.
Before Sunrise, Before Sunset, Melee, It Takes Two. I'm feeling It Takes Two. Nope, it's Before Sunrise.
Oh.
Cape Fear, A Nightmare on Elm Street, Fear, or Scream. All of these sound like horror movies I would not watch.
And I know the answer.
Is it Nightmare on Elm Street?
It's Scream.
It's Scream. I never seen Scream.
Scream
or
is
heard
a
of
classic.
it.
Scream is a classic. It has, what, I think 9 sequels?
The two male actors in this look familiar. The Freshman, Girl Interrupted, Reality Bites, American Pie. I'm feeling Reality Bites. I got it right. Desperately Seeking Susan, singles. It Could Happen to You, Beautiful Girls. Desperately Seeking Susan is calling out to me. I'm wrong, it was singles. Love Jones, Do the Right Thing, Juice, Poetic Justice. I wouldn't be surprised if it's called Poetic Justice. Yeah, I was right. Cruel Intentions, Heathers, Pump Up the Volume, Hackers. I'm feeling Cruel Intentions or Hackers.
Oh, give me a second. I'm trying to think. I don't know.
I'm leaning towards Hackers. Oh, I was wrong. It was Pump Up the Volume. I knew it wasn't Heathers because I watched Heathers. Oh my god.
I want to see if you get this one right because I know the answer.
I've seen this one.
You probably have. Weirdly enough, I wouldn't be surprised if you did see this movie before.
I feel like it's Airheads.
It's not.
But it's not
Wayne's World.
Okay, and I knew it wasn't Dumb and Dumber. And I knew it wasn't that one because I never heard of that one. I knew it had to be one of these two.
So I married an axe murderer.
Well, we met the guy that was in Dumb and Dumber. Or at least I have.
I was like, I haven't.
He was at a graduation ceremony that we went to together.
Oh, yes, you're right.
That's why I'm like, I would have recognized his face. Glory Days, Good Will Hunting, Dead Poet Society, Forces of Nature.
I think it's Dead Poet Society, but I'm not 100% certain. I've actually never watched it in full.
I'll go with your guess, even though I'm leaning toward Forces of Nature. And we were both wrong. It's Good Will Hunting.
Really? I don't remember that. Okay.
Crybaby.
I've seen Good Will Hunting. I've never seen that. I don't remember that scene at all.
Crybaby, The Basketball Diaries, What Eats Gilbert Grape, and This Boy's Life.
No idea.
was eating Gilbert Grape. Yep, I got it right.
Nice.
I never even heard of it. I guessed. While you were sleeping, suburbia, slacker, mall rats. I'm thinking while you were sleeping. I was wrong. It was suburbia. Clerks, kissing a fool, chasing Amy, mall rats. This looks like mall rats.
That's mall rats.
It's literally showing a storefront.
Yeah.
This is Fight Club.
Yes. Yes, it is.
This is straight up Fight Club.
Yeah.
Love that movie.
Welcome to movies that people have seen. The moment you've seen them, you know, oh, that's Clerks.
This is Clerks?
Yes.
Which makes sense because you're in the store.
Also, the fact that Clerks is entirely shot in black and white.
This is Father of the Bride.
I'm surprised you knew that.
Well, there's a second one. I saw the advertisement and the same actor. This is Matrix. It's Matrix.
Yes.
This one looks familiar too.
I'm not 100% certain because I'm not.
I'm thinking Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. Do you want to say anything or?
I said I have no idea.
Okay. Well, I was wrong. It was Grosse Pointe Blank? I've never heard of that one. You're a casual Gen X 90s movie viewer. You know some of these Gen X faves, but there are some also others that are unfamiliar. You could be a Gen Xer who isn't the biggest movie fan or possibly an audience member from another generation. Okay. I'm thinking one more and then it's time to end the stream.
Yep.
Did I do this one before? Picking the best TV series in every category and know it won't be easy? I don't think I did that one before. It's like a voting thing than a question one. So we'll do this one and then we'll end.
Gotcha.
Choose a medical series. Scrubs, Grey's Anatomy, House, or The Good Doctor. There's only one that I've watched, so I know what my answer is going to be, but I was wondering what your answer would be.
Scrubs.
Captain. Mine would be House.
I know you would say House, but Scrubs is by far infinitely more entertaining for me to watch.
I like House because of the drama, obviously.
I know you do, but also you never watched all the Scrubs with me, so. I
also know that my parents watch Good Doctor pretty much every night. So, I like House. Grey's Anatomy is the winner. Good Doctor is 10%, Scrubs is 24%, House is 28%, Grey's Anatomy is 38%. Choose a gothic series. We got Penny Dreadful, True Blood, The Haunting of Hill House, and Salem. I haven't seen any of these.
I've never seen any of these either. I've heard of all of them. Never seen a single one of them.
I think I've heard of Salem the most, though.
Really? That's the one I've never heard of.
It's either Salem or True Blood that I've heard the most about.
I've heard a lot about True Blood.
Okay, we'll go with True Blood.
Yes, sure.
Haunting
Let's go with True Blood.
of Hill House is top.
Okay.
Penny Dreadful is the bottom. Okay. Choose a 90s fantasy sci-fi series. We got Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Charmed, The X-Files, and Twin Peaks.
Oh. Here's one fact. We've never seen any of these.
I've read Buffy the Vampire Slayer comic. And I've heard that Misha's in Charmed, so...
Oh. Again, I've never seen any of them.
I think my science teacher back in high school tried to show us Buffy once, but we got distracted by Lindsay Sterling. Purely because I love Misha and I love how he's still acting and he's getting the big parts, especially after Castiel. I'm choosing Charmed. Buffy got first, obviously. That makes sense. Twin Peaks with 6%.
Yikes.
Choose an early 2000s fantasy sci-fi series: Supernatural, Vampire Diaries, Ghost Whisperers, The Smallville.
Did you even have to read any of the other options?
I was literally about to like go.
It's like it's like I wouldn't even let you pick the other options.
Honestly, Supernatural is top.
I wouldn't even let you pick another one of the absolute.
You know what made me hesitate though?
Yes.
The picture they used for Ghost Whisperer, that actress in that picture looked straight up like Amara. Oh. I'm like, huh? Was she in that?
I don't know.
I don't know. Choose modern fantasy sci-fi series. We got iZombie, Lost Girl, Grimm, and Orphan Black. I know what I'm choosing, but I want to see.
I don't have a preference. I've never seen any of them.
I like iZombie.
Okay.
In case you don't know what iZombie is.
I don't.
Your main character is a literal zombie.
Mm-hmm.
She eats brains.
Yes.
But she's also a detective for murder.
Okay.
So she goes ahead and eats the victim's brain to replay their memories. She like sees it through their eyes so she can see who committed the murder. I thought it was very interesting. But I've also heard a lot about Grimm, which is why that series is up there. Choose a serial killer series: Hannibal, Bates Motel, You, and Dexter.
I've
heard of Dexter and I've heard of Hannibal.
I've heard of every single one of these, but Hannibal and Dexter are the two that I know the most. I'd say Hannibal over Dexter personally.
Yeah, that's what I was leaning towards because I know slightly more about them. You is actually in top, which I've never even heard of You before.
That's because it got a sequel recently.
Makes sense. Choose a teen drama series. We got Gossip Girl, The OC, Freaks and Geeks, and Skins. I've only heard of Gossip Girl. That's the only one I've ever heard of. What'll be you, Captain?
I have no preference.
Okay. Gossip Girl is first. Choose a popular Netflix series. We got Stranger Things, The Witcher, Wednesday, and Sex Education. Out of these, I would choose Stranger Things.
Here's the thing. I actually liked The Witcher.
I've never seen The Witcher. I'm interested in watching Wednesday because of learning about the actress. And the more clips I see of Stranger Things later seasons, the more interested I'm in it. Like the first 2 seasons, no interest. But later seasons, it's getting my attention. Of course, Stranger Things is winning and Sex Education is last. Choose a late comedy series. The 70s Show, Friends, Parks and Recreations, and Seinfeld. I want to choose Friends because I know slightly more about that series than I do about the rest of them. How about you, Captain?
Sorry, mate. If I had to pick one of these, only because I've never seen Parks and Recreation, otherwise I would apparently choose that one, but that 70s Show I would pick. Only because...
You would choose that 70s Show?
Only because I've never seen Parks and Rec, even though I should.
I'm choosing Friends. And know my parents watch Seinfeld all the time.
I don't think it's funny at all.
Choose dark comedy series. Shameless, The Boys, The End of the Fucking World, and Santa Clarita Diet, which I never heard of. I'm interested in watching The Boys because Jensen's in it. But
never seen any of them.
I'm interested in watching The Boys because Jensen's in it. But I've personally seen more Shameless than I did any of the others. Because I've seen clips. Okay. Choose a detective series. We got Lucifer, Brooklyn Nine-Nine, Veronica Mars, and Law & Order. Out of these 4, I've seen 3 out of the 4 of them. But heard about all 4. And I'm interested in watching Lucifer. I said that yesterday to Captain.
Yes,
I'm like,
did.
I want to watch Lucifer.
Yeah, I've never seen any of them.
Choose a zombie series. Walking Dead, Daybreak, All of Us Are Dead, or Ash vs. Evil Dead. I'm going to choose Walking Dead because I haven't heard the rest of them.
You gotta give me a second because I had ads for you because I'm at that weird same day where I can't resub or I can't resub till tomorrow, so like anything that's done today is kind of sitting in that spot. Yeah, I've never seen any of them. It's not. I think I've watched like one season of The Walking Dead because I like showed it, and it was like
There was a few clips that I watched in The Walking Dead that had Jeffrey in it. If you don't know who Jeffrey is, I don't know his last name, don't ask. He played John in Supernatural. And there was a little reference from The Walking Dead series and Supernatural that got me to look it up.
Yes, you told me about this.
Yes, Lucille the Bat.
Yes, because he is the same actor.
Yeah, who plays a distraught widowed husband in both of the series.
Yes.
Lastly, choose an animated series. We got The Simpsons, Bob's Burgers, Castlevania, and Daria.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna say between all of them, Castlevania. That series
I don't
raps
remember
me.
Castlevania at all.
Castlevania's only on Netflix.
Okay, so I probably never seen it.
It is fantastic.
I've seen Bob's Burgers and I've seen The Simpsons, and out of
all
all of those, I have to choose The Simpsons.
Really?
Castlevania has 6%.
Ugh. People don't watch it enough. It's fantastic.
So that is... Oh, I remember that show. I remember the show.
Okay.
Anyway. That brings us to the end of today's stream.
Yep.
Thank you guys so much for joining me today. I know I didn't get to write, but I got to work on D&D stuff. Next stream is on Wednesday, where we'll be playing Star Stables and checking out the update. Let me see. I'm pretty sure they did What's Next Up in Jorvik, so let me see if they did a preview. Oh, they haven't done a Next Up in Jorvik in quite a bit. So what is the preview for next week's update? The preview is... Avast, you're in for a slippery ride. It's some sort of pirate race, I think, if I remember correctly. Let's see. It's not telling me much. Oh, there's the Next Up in Jorvik. Avast, you're in for a slippery ride. A project of updating the championships continue, and this time we're heading to Fort Pinta. Time to race through the sand and over water. New challenges await you when you participate in the Fort Pinta Championship, and you will also meet some new interesting characters. Did they just say Yar? So obviously the championship in Fort Pinta is being run by the pirates. As we learned from last week, the championship in Moreland is being run by the Bobcats. The one in Fort Pinta is being run by the pirates. So I'm interested to see what clothing they offer when you reach a certain reputation with them. And I wonder what their color combo is going to be, because I know Bobcats were all pink. So I wonder what the pirate's going to be like. Okay. Thank you guys all so much for watching. I hope you guys have a good morning, good night, good day, and I'll see you guys all on Wednesday for that update involving pirates and championship races. Hopefully we get a chance to race it. I know last time I did championship races, Fort Pinta was not one of the ones that I did. Instead, I tried to do more than twice and it glitched on me. So hopefully the glitch is fixed. Thank you guys so much for joining me, and I hope you guys have a good morning, good night, good day. Bye! Bye everyone! Bye-bye! Bye-bye!